Let me tell you why I'm not going to fall asleep.
Why's that? Besides all the coffee.
Besides all the coffee, is because you and I are not going to watch Tim Allen playing Santa Claus today.
No?
No.
We're going to watch.
You and I have unfinished business, my
God,
friend.
What is it?
You and I are going to hold off on Santa Claus. Because you know what? You know what?
What?
Fuck Santa Claus 2.
Okay.
Fuck everything about Santa Claus 2.
What are we about to watch here? Is this fucking Weekend at Bernie's 2?
You know it is.
Oh my God.
You know it is.
Oh my God. Oh, there it is. Christmas came early, folks. Christmas came early.
Santa Claus came and Santa Claus fucking went.
Holy shit, he delivered. Oh my God. I feel like I'm going to be leaving out some lactose intolerant, some fucking soy milk for Santa this year and paying him back for this.
Now, I hope you're not disappointed, because my only worry was you'd be like, oh.
No,
Well,
not at all.
I was kind of looking forward to Santa Claus.
I mean,
too.
if anything, I feel like I owe you some money.
No, because get this.
What? Oh God.
This is even the best part. And here, let me show you the case.
Okay.
I was waiting for all this. I
Okay.
couldn't wait.
Oh my God.
Like
dude.
we're gonna talk about Santa Claus, and then I'm gonna swerve that motherfucker.
This is why you're like, I'm not gonna fucking fall asleep, and I'm like, who the fuck? This is. Oh my God, it's a legit case. It's not like someone printed this at home and burnt it and then.
Actually, I think that's exactly what happened. So,
Oh.
as you can notice, probably right off the bat.
Oh yeah.
Seeing how you've looked at many DVDs.
Yeah, it's got the PG on the front and the side. It's kind of like you rented it.
On top of that, no year.
No
on
year.
the bottom.
Oh.
I don't have the disc out, but no year on the disc. But okay, check this out.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So I went over to a lady friend of mine the other day who has listened to the podcast. She's got this sitting on her counter.
Shut the fuck
unopened
up.
for me. And I'm like, I was blown away. I'm like, thank you so much. That's amazing.
Oh my
God. I
God.
said, you must have paid $30 for a wrapped version of Weekend at Bernie's 2. She said, no, I got it off Amazon for like $12, and I picked it up.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it. I'm like, you know what? It would almost be just as great if I popped this into the Blu-ray player and it was like a different region or whatever,
yeah, like
and it
fucking-
didn't play on an American player.
Yeah. Oh, what a fucking shit
you know,
thing
and
that would
we
be.
would just have a whole nother fucking episode to talk about the fact that we can't watch Weekend at Bernie's 2. But guess what, motherfucker?
It's region free.
Region free?
Oh God, I love that.
Burnt by someone? You know, they did a fantastic fucking job, as you can tell.
I mean, they put in the menu.
With the case, the menu, even the printout on the disc. But again, there's no year on the disc. There's nothing.
$12 well spent. Holy
my God.
shit! What a reveal! I can't wait. Let's get this shit fucking started.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Weekend at Bernie's 2. What a great surprise.
I hope.
That was awesome. Weekend at Bernie's 2. Fuck, we finally got to watch it, and it lived up.
It did.
It lived up. I mean, aside from all the newfound questions I have, it still fucking lived up to, its stupid fucking 1993 bullshit.
Not only did it live up, but I liked it way more than I even remember liking it.
I laughed a lot harder than I did when I was a kid.
You and we were out of breath from laughing. How often does that happen? I'm scared to rate this movie, Mike. That's what I'm telling you right now.
I'm going to come out right now.
No, don't do it.
When I was peeing, I was thinking about this.
God.
And this movie is, I think it's got like a 4.5 on IMDb.
Oh, is that what it is?
We'll get to that at some point. I would give it a 4.
Okay.
Or a 5. You know what I mean? Because it's not a great movie. It's fucking Weekend at Bernie's 2. It should just be called Weekend with Bernie because you're not at Bernie's.
Listen, I loved it so much. I loved everything about it with the exception of that scene from the taxi cab
with
to that
Claudia.
girl's place. It was just unnecessary. They could have cut it. If they would have cut that, Mike,
I mean,
I would rate this as high as a 6.5.
6, yeah. They had to have her in it because of the whole voodoo connection and all that shit. But what they could have had was, why did she hate Andrew McCarthy? And one of the questions that I had for this movie, and this has come from since I watched it, is how is someone like, what's the character's name?
Which one?
Andrew McCarthy's character. Richard is Jonathan Silverman, and Larry. How Larry was that age? How, look at those tits over there, that kind of shit. Is he a virgin? And then seeing how she treated him after the date. I mean, it was so bad they couldn't even show us the dinner.
Right.
That explains why he is a virgin at that age, because no one wants to fuck this guy because he's so fucking even before he had all of Bernie's fucking shit to buy fancy dinners and gold chains and shit. Yeah. He was a fucking asshole. Yeah. He was such a fucking such a scumbag that like no woman would want to be near this guy. And you could see she's trying to fucking push him out. What's the voodoo spell for instance, if you don't want someone to come to your house, and she fucking does it on him.
As much as I hated that scene, though, it did cushion the blow there towards the end when he stuck his finger out and kind of admitted
that he was a virgin.
Was willing to be embarrassed in that moment.
To save his friend. His friend's going to die.
Right.
She showed more interest to Jonathan Silverman.
Yeah,
more compassion to his cause.
Part of me thought they were going to get together,
right? And then, it ends with them on the yacht, and they're just fucking bailing. And there's nothing else about Claudia. There's no resolution to that character. Just like, oh well, just another day at the resort, for me. I guess I'll just go back to work.
Yeah.
And her dad being this like fucking voodoo dark magic guy. Where was more character development on that? Yeah. But this movie's not about that. This movie is really about fucking. I wrote down their names so I wouldn't forget.
All the romance in this movie came from Bernie.
Oh,
when he was in the conga line and took off with that chick.
Charles and Henry. This movie was all about Charles and Henry and fucking voodoo dancing Bernie. That was like the best moments of this entire fucking movie. The pigeon was the cause for him to dance to only move when the music's playing.
And why'd they say cock-a-doodle-doo? Pigeons don't say cock-a-doodle-doo.
They're doing the ritual in the porn theater in the bathroom, and I always remembered it being in the bathroom, but I never, I was a kid when I'm watching this, so I didn't know it was a porn theater, so I'm watching them fucking crawl through these jizz-stained floors, and this guy picks up a handful of popcorn and eats it. Just love these two. They're so fucking great. And speaking of porn theater, there's boobs in this movie, and this movie is rated fucking PG. PG is like Paranorman or Monster House.
Yeah.
Like PG is Despicable Me I'm pretty sure is PG.
Right.
Part 2 or 3 maybe. But like,
I think boobs is where it goes from PG to PG-13 most of the time.
I guess in 1993. Oh, PG is parental guidance. Mom, can I watch this movie? What's it rated? PG? Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead.
Right.
And then you're watching it, and here's Bernie parasailing through the beach, ripping these two tops off. And it's not like rip the tops off and they cover really quick or whatever, and you don't see anything, or they're laying on their stomachs. It says PG right there in the fucking front of the case. You straight up see nipples. You don't see nipples in PG.
No, you don't.
But in 1993, you did.
Well, I guess you did, but I would have thought that even in 1993, some boobies would have gotten you a PG-13.
I agree.
I
yeah.
can't recall another movie from that time that was PG that had nipples.
I don't know what it's rated, and I'd have to look, and it's going to take some time, so I'm not going to look. But I'm just going to guess just one of the guys. Okay. Did you ever see that movie?
I don't think I did.
Oh, this girl wants to be a journalist, but people treat her differently because she's an attractive woman, and she's like, that's bullshit. So she goes in disguise as a guy in school, and in a different school, and then like falls for this dude, and that's like this whole thing at the prom, and she's trying to prove to him that she's a woman, so she flashes him, and it's like a quick blip of her boobs. They kind of did a remake of it without the boobs, but with Amanda Bynes, called She's the Man.
Is it good?
Dude, it's fucking awesome, man. Huh. Amanda Bynes, like towards the end of her career, was great. I just feel so terrible for her.
I just thought of another one
to her. What?
Big. Didn't that one girl
I don't know,
take
dude.
her bra off?
I don't remember. It's been so long since I've seen it. I have the Blu-ray, but
although that might even be
that
PG-13 now that I think about it.
It might be. But there was no curse words in this movie that I can recall,
yeah.
Except for, well, ain't that a bitch, from our heroes Charles and Henry. They're so fucking great. Back to those guys. It was all great. Back to those guys.
Let's not lie. I mean, seriously, when was the last time you laughed as much as you did
that hard?
With Weekend at Bernie's too?
I mean, I'll be honest, there may have been moments. I definitely laugh a lot at TV shows. But that's pretty fucking hard, dude. And
several times. I mean, it
was almost every moment Bernie was dancing. It was literally every moment Bernie was dancing, because it was so funny how he would fucking shake his booty. Yeah. I was gonna say boobies, but like when it's so fucking funny.
But I mean, really, the chemistry those guys have as best friends too, and
Richard and Larry.
Yeah, that whole dialogue at the beginning and how that plays out. I thought it was great.
He gets this guy into so much fucking trouble. He's so reluctant to do these things, but yet he does these things. Richard, Jonathan Silverman, who's playing like that straight-laced kind of character. At the end of the movie, when he's giving him the briefcase full of money, he's like, oh, there was, that $2 million was actually $3 million, because I had the time to count all of it during all this fucking chaos going around me with the cops, and I was able to hide even $1 million still wrapped in their binds, even though the fucking box was thrown in the air.
Bought another briefcase.
Had time to buy another briefcase. Had time to pay off those credit card bills that I racked up. And then he gives it to Jonathan Silverman, and Jonathan Silverman is like, Larry, I draw the line at some place, and taking this money is where that line is. Desecrating corpses is one thing, okay? But taking this money, I can't do it. It's just wrong. And then he gives in. He gives in all the time. He gives in.
Yeah, I was telling you before, it's weird how, it's pretty damn funny, but it's so dark when you just look at...
Yeah.
If you're reading it... I mean, imagine reading this on the page.
This dead body's
they
fucking...
shove this dead body into a fucking suitcase and
jump
a refrigerator.
Jump on him to fit him.
Toss it out a window.
Use him as a horse to pull a fucking carriage.
with an arrow through its head.
That is what made it an arrow through his head. They fucking shot an arrow through his head. That's what made that so funny, is because when you watch it and you think about it, this is a corpse doing all this fucking shit, and it is so funny. And not to mention how great a job they did with that dummy.
Yeah, no shit. How many dummies do you think they destroyed? That's what I want. Is a fucking Weekend at Bernie's dummy.
I'm gonna look on eBay and see if someone's got like a prop. I want that voodoo doll. Like I was telling you, people should make Bernie voodoo dolls and throw that shit on Etsy. I would fucking buy one.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, damn it. I lost my train of thought. What else I was going to say? Oh, about the dummy. Yeah, they did. I mean, even when Bernie was going underwater, wasn't a dummy. That was so fucking great. Like it
was great.
It was just so cool because he kept a straight face the whole fucking time. Uh-huh. He looked just like that Bernie face that we all know, just going through the ocean.
Yeah.
It was awesome. So fucking good.
Yeah, it's not like there wasn't immense work put into making this movie.
I don't think that took a lot of work in the script either. What happened on the date? What happened on the date?
What do you do though? What do you do though? You have Weekend at Bernie's. It's a massive success.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You got to make a sequel. This is, it has to happen. You have stockholders, whatever.
We want more Bernie.
Yeah. What do you do? What's the story you tell? I feel personally, after watching it, they did a phenomenal job with the story,
Totally.
with the way they laid it
Totally.
out, the number of characters they were able to squeeze into an hour and 36 minutes and still make it, enjoyable.
Who doesn't think that just two dudes who were involved in Bernie's death are the ones that you call to identify the corpse? Oh,
Yeah.
yep, that sure is Bernie,
Right,
all
right,
right. You know, wasn't that? What's the time frame?
Yeah.
What's the time frame for Bernie to not have rigor mortis? His body should be stiff as fuck. How many times he flew out a fucking window? How many times he fucking drove through fucking fruit stands?
It loosens up when he hears the music, man.
Yeah, all of a sudden the music, the blood gets pumping.
Did you even watch the movie?
I mean, I did dance during the movie.
We both did. It was amazing.
Those two dancing when the music started, and they're like, "Oh, it takes music to get them going," and they start dancing. I feel that's what caused Bernie to dance. If they would have turned the music on while they're doing the ritual and then walked away, maybe Bernie would have walked away. Maybe it wouldn't have been a music trigger. I don't know. Like I'm saying,
I do like that scene you mentioned while we were watching it. You thought it was a little too long. I think you changed your mind.
What was that one?
When they brought Bernie to life.
Oh yeah, that was so cool when they were testing it out. There, play, stop, testing it out. Like those two were so fucking funny. One of them was from American Ninja, which I want to do American Ninja 2 in the future.
Yeah.
And then the other one is Mr. Morgan from Seinfeld. He's one of like George's enemies at the Yankees.
So I guess the
Going to the
question
boat.
is, why can't we find this anywhere? Why isn't
I
this
don't know.
available?
I don't know.
Because it is good enough to be available.
I definitely think it's good enough to be able to rent on Amazon Prime and not have to spend $15 to buy it to stream it. Not be. Well, I mean, yeah, I can see why it's worth like $15 on DVD, on eBay or whatever. But I don't know why I ever passed up on the 2-pack. I remember seeing the 2-pack for years.
Yeah.
And I always just passed up on it because I'm just like, well, I got Weekend at Bernie's. That's good enough. No, I need two. Well, 2 is fucking fantastic.
It came on television so much, too, in the 90s.
I saw the first one way more than I've seen the second one. This is probably the second time I've seen the second one.
I've seen the second one way more than I've seen the first one.
I mean, obviously, because the disc you had is like scratched to shit. It's like when someone gives you a tape and it's all fucking
But we're
worn
talking
out.
nearly 20 years ago
Yeah, that's
since
true.
I've seen it.
This was fucking fantastic. This was great. I
Yeah,
love it.
man.
So some IMDb shit.
Oh, hold on. You know what else I liked, but at the same time I didn't like because it really didn't go with the story they were telling?
Yeah.
Is the animation at the beginning. I like it. It's fun, but like it doesn't have the same tone. Or,
It doesn't work with the movie.
Yeah, it's not the palette it should be either. I don't know.
All I was thinking of was Christmas Vacation and that animated opening and how that works with that.
Right.
This does not work with that. This should not be a PG movie. This should be straight up PG-13.
Like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, you know?
Oh yeah, totally. So this budget was an even $7 million.
No kidding.
Well, this is estimated, so it was probably like 69.5. Gross and worldwide are the same. $12 million. Not bad.
That's not
bad.
good.
It's no look who's talking.
That's not good. $12 million. That's a fucking dud.
I mean, how could it not be? I mean, this is 2-week run, select city, straight to fucking VHS.
I would think with how popular the first one was, it would have. I don't know.
All right, well,
$30 million worldwide.
While we're here, let's do Weekend at Bernie's, but their money. This was 1989, by the way, so this is a 4-year time gap.
Oh wow.
That's a lot of time to put into this script. When did this fucking Weekend at Bernie's 2 get greenlit? Like, is it like a TV show where it's like, oh, after the second episode, we got lined up for season 2, 3, and 4?
It's a lot of time to decompose.
Yeah, that's like, okay. Yeah. At this point, they're digging them up, not fucking stealing them from a morgue. Well, they kept their youth. They all look they both look great. They both look like the same.
They do, yeah.
All right, so the first Weekend at Bernie's had a budget of $4.5 million. Oh, it does not show you the budget. It just shows you what the opening weekend was. Opening weekend was $4.5 million. Worldwide, $30 million.
Well, yeah, because they couldn't afford dummies in that one. It was just Bernie most of the time. I mean, you probably didn't see his face as a dummy. You did see a body falling off of a...
So more of a stunt double than this needing a
Right,
body, yeah,
right.
because they weren't fucking stuffing it and shit and jumping all over.
That's my
it.
guess. I
No.
forget.
Oh, before we get into IMDb, there's just one more thing we can discuss about this, and then we can be done with Weekend at Bernie's too.
Will we ever be done with?
No,
Weekend
this
at
is
Bernie's too?
this is the rating system right here. Is it as good as Weekend at Bernie's too?
So should I give you my rating?
In a minute,
Continue.
when they're at the bank
Uh-huh.
and he has to sign. Why the fuck is that bank guy not questioning the fact that his right hand is his left hand?
Or that he can't see the other guy's arm, or...
Jonathan Silverman took all night. He fell asleep working on this diagram. Why did he not take that in consideration? Okay. If he's going to be on his left, then he's got to reach his arm. Although, because Andrew McCarthy's left-handed, and he knows Bernie's autograph.
Yeah.
So why didn't they just fucking switch sides?
Yeah, but you know what? That's what makes that scene so great.
Because
Is
it's
that
just so
fucking ridiculous?
Don't question it, because they open this thing and there's a map and there's no more mention of the map. Oh wait, no, the map is supposed to lead you to the treasure, but they give it to the voodoo lady, like, hey, can you decipher this? Oh no, but my father can. We'll meet you back here. They get kidnapped and brought to the Mobu, the voodoo lady, and that's it. There's just why they could have done Weekend at Bernie's 3 unanswered questions for Mike, because I got them. Maybe we should come back to this when I have even more questions, because we're gonna watch it again. I'm definitely on board watching it again. What's your rating?
I'm gonna go with the 6.5.
That high?
Yeah, I
That
enjoyed
high.
it that much.
You enjoyed
I
it that
laughed.
much.
Here's the thing, okay?
Here's the thing.
Comedies, it's rare that I laugh out loud to the point of not being able to breathe.
Hyperventilation.
Yeah, I would go as high as a 6.5
6.5.
for a comedy, for sure.
Okay. Since you put it that way, for a comedy, I'm gonna go 5.5.
Okay.
Because I have to consider that this is a stupid fucking movie. And that definitely takes a lot out of it.
Yeah, I mean, we were laughing. It served its
Oh,
purpose.
definitely. I mean, I loved it, and so here's the ones, because I just absolutely love the people who hate it so much that they have to write out how much they hate this shit, and oh my god, that one is so long and the title is so funny. He is dead, people, a corpse. That's the title. Yeah, we know he is. Worst film I have ever seen.
Oh.
April 27, 2002. Words cannot express how poor this film is. There is no plot. The acting is appalling. Basically, the whole film is the same joke that Bernie comes to life when music plays, repeated over and over again, and it worked every fucking time.
I'm guessing that part wasn't in the
That was
review.
not in the review. And by the way, there is a fucking plot. They got to get the money to give to the cartel that Bernie fucking stole from his company. Bernie obviously was involved with the mafia in the first one. I mean, do you not pay attention to movies? Do you just this is stupid
And you're right. It worked every time.
every time?
There's not a point in the movie where you're like, oh god, okay, he's moving again.
Yeah,
Like,
like, oh, we get it. The music's playing.
Yeah.
I hoped music was playing every second of this movie. With a running time of 97 minutes, it's about 95 minutes too long. But they failed to write in what their favorite 2 minutes were. I mean, there's clearly, if they think it's 95 minutes too long, there's moment of that movie they liked.
Can you email that person? Is there an option for that?
No, not at all. It might have been okay as a short sketch on a comedy show, but the premise is way too flimsy to work for that amount of time without boredom kicking in. The guy who plays the corpse works very hard, but this really is a poor film, even by American standards. You know, okay, let's pause for a minute, and you just worked 10 plus hours overnight. You didn't get bored and fall asleep once during it. I think they fucking did their job. They kept you entertained and engrossed into the movie.
Yeah.
But see, that's what I love about these 1 stars is they just don't get it.
Oh, and
they just don't understand.
I think that's an understatement. Read that last sentence again about, the last couple sentences.
The guy who plays the corpse works very hard.
There you go. That's an understatement because you should win some kind of award for that performance.
It was all miming. He did a fucking awesome job miming under the ocean.
Yeah.
You know, everyone else is swimming around him with fucking survival scuba gear, and this guy is like holding his breath. I mean, I'm sure they, obviously during filming, they had to keep him alive. They'd get in fucking trouble.
Since we're not filming this, I think the next clip needs to be you and I trying to do the Bernie dance from a laying position.
Okay.
And see if we can pull it off.
See if we can get up and do it. Okay.
Maybe people can vote on who's best.
This is from 2006, January 1st, another New Year's, a New Year's terrible review.
Wait, what rating is this?
This is a 1 star.
So, hold on. First of all, you're giving it a 5.5.
Yeah.
I'm giving it a 6.5.
Yeah.
Can we agree on a 6?
We'll agree on a 6 for sure.
So
for sure. I'll move up.
We'll
to
read
a
6.
This is the last bad one. The smell of a dead body, and then it starts out with, in quotes, the smell of a dead body. They're like quoting themselves. That is what I used to describe how bad this movie stunk. I can't believe they were actually considering a 3rd installment based on how weak the premise was for this dud. Bernie is up and moving around thanks to the workings of some voodoo doings. Just playing the music and Bernie is on his feet and moving about. I mean, you sound excited about it because we were. What a lousy concept. I was willing to dismiss the fact that Bernie would be smelling ripe and attracting the green flies. But to have him up and about at the sounds of reggae, that is just too much. Weekend at Bernie's was no classic, but it was a funny movie that could be enjoyed for laughs. Weekend at Bernie's 2 just takes the whole concept a little too far. On a side note, Mad TV once did a trailer for a spoof called Weekend at Tupac's. That was funnier than Weekend at Bernie's 2. Ooh, just stab the knife in a little bit more. Like, fuck you guys. Mad TV did it better.
Here's the thing. What do you expect from a sequel to a movie about a dead guy that's being hauled around by these 2 morons? Charming morons.
I know. Like, what is your problem?
Like, what do you want?
Fucking Spartacus with this shit. All right, this is a 6 out of 10. And it's from 2002. And for being a 6 rating, the title is very misleading. Disappointing. I watched this film for only one reason, which was that the original was fantastic. This story had a lot of potential, which wasn't really used at all, without as many laughs and quite a bad story. I found this movie rather a letdown. It was occasionally funny in places, but it's nothing special and overall disappointing. Stay with the first movie. It's much, much better. That's not a 6.
It's not a 6.
That's not a 6.
A 3, maybe.
All right, here's the last one, and it's just called Why. It was from 1999. Why? Why, TriStar? Why did you make this movie? Did it really need a sequel? The answer is no. But although it wasn't needed, it was still funny sometimes. I liked it somewhat. 6 out of 10. Rated PG for language and brief nudity.
I feel I liked it a little bit more than that guy.
Oh,
but,
yeah. A little bit more, but I also like his MPA rating at the end. Thank you for that.
Yeah. Rated PG.
Yeah. It's not The Secret of Nim, but it still shows boobies. All right. Thanks for Weekend at Bernie's too, Chad. That was awesome.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. We
was
have my
great.
friend to thank too. She
Thank you so
she
much.
was sweet for picking it up for the podcast. And I told her I was going to surprise you.
Yeah, that was great, dude. That was awesome.
Yeah.
As of now, you're hopefully listening to this on Spotify, and I just created, because we just put it up today. So this is like episode 10, and I just uploaded episode 1. But there is an email address now. It's sequilibriumpodcast@gmail.com. Email us whatever you want. Suggestions, movies suggestions,
Insults.
Fuel that fire. You got anything?
I'm just so happy.
I know, me too.
I'm so happy that we got to do this.
What
episode.
a great early Christmas.
Really?
Yeah.
What is today? December 5th?
Yeah, December 5th.
Nice.
Yeah, very good.
Well, goodbye, everyone.
Thanks for listening.
Watch Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah, by the way, totally watch this movie.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, or if you haven't seen it in a while, I recommend it 100%.
Maybe not watch them back to back.
No.
Maybe give it a week apart.
Yeah. Maybe not even watch the first one. This movie deserved a recap in the beginning. That's what the animation should have been.
Well,
was a
exactly.
recap.
It makes it seem like that's what happened.
That's what it was going to
up.
be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, watch Weekend at Bernie's too. It's great.
Yeah. Please do.
Please.
Let's get this readily available on all streaming platforms.
Maybe we should start like a change.org thing.
Same with Not Quite Human. Do you remember the movie Not Quite Human?
No, not at all.
Not at all. It was a Disney movie. It had Alan Thicke in it, and his son was an android that he built, and like his name was Chip, and he went to high school.
Not
and
Quite
shit.
Human.
He had to plug himself in and charge
Really?
himself up. Yeah,
No.
they never released it on DVD.
Never
I
seen
thought
it.
when Alan Thicke died, I would finally
He's dead?
see it.
The dad from Growing Pains
Yeah,
is dead?
yeah, like 6 years ago.
Oh,
I
my
think.
God. I feel like I should look into Steve Gutenberg. Make sure he's doing okay.
You and I might have to do a clip watch of that one on YouTube or something.
That'd be
'Cause I
fun,
can't-
especially since I've never seen it.
Maybe I'll just order the VHS and we can do it old
Bring
school.
over my VCR.
Oh, I got 2 of them.
Oh,
Don't
fuck,
you worry.
fuck yeah.
Anyway, I guess it's almost like I don't want to bring this episode to an end.
I know. What are
Mike.
you prolonging it for? You got to go to bed.
It's almost like I don't want Weekend at Bernie's to be over. It's been such, an anticipated moment. I feel like
There's going to be a way for us to bring it back, to connect it into the next movie
we will.
watch.
We will. Anyway,
Thanks for listening, everybody.
goodbye.
Peace.